Dear students, today I will explain the poem Amanda stanza by stanza. So, see here, don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. Now, here, hunch means to lower down, slouching means dropping. In this stanza, poets want to say that in the above lines, Amanda is getting instructed, most probably by her parents, for biting nails and sitting lazily with her shoulders bent. The tone of instructions here is not a friendly one and thus fails to make any sense to Amanda. The poet here focuses on the aspect related to the upbringing of a child girl and how parents go to any limit to bring proper sense to their child. Amanda is thus getting trained for the society she is part of. The pressure of making oneself presentable to the society triumphs over every other behavior and manners. The last phrase or word Amanda is used with an exclamation mark which shows the irritation and frustration of the parent. Now, see here, there is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. So, now in this, poets want to say that it is to be noted that the above lines are given within brackets. Brackets are used to provide more meaning to the phrase. Here, the poetess uses it to present the imagination of the little girl. The free flow of pure thought, Amanda uses her imagination as an escape point from day to day commands of her parents. She feels suffocated in the real world and thus finds peace in her very own created world where there are no restraints. She imagines herself to be a joyful mermaid sailing without any confines alongside soft waves of the green sea. This word of Amanda is free from content in itself, and her happiness doesn't require any other human being for a child. Mermaid is a symbol of freedom and wonder. Now, see here. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Now, in this stanza, poets want to say that Amanda is now being asked about whether she has finished her homework or tidied up her room and also whether she has cleaned her shoes. This set of instructions marks a shift from the instructions given in stanza first. Now, Amanda is being posed about the things that are related to her surroundings. The pattern of instructions explain that how every aspect of her is related to questioning and proper guidance. She is being disciplined for every little thing, making her lose of her freedom. Her innocence is eventually getting lost with passage of time. The way these instructions are delivered point out the regular nature of these lessons. Her name being called again with an exclamation mark shows that the Parents seem to be losing their cool and are troubled. Now see the next stranger that is given in the bracket. I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. So now in this, poets want to say that in this stanza, we once again see Amanda reaction to her mother. Her words. Amanda withdraw into another imaginary world. The very first line is awfully depressing, where Amanda imagines herself to be an orphan. Suggestions how much frustrated she is with continuous questioning of her parents, especially her mother. She has no shoes on her feet, and instead she is getting them ever dirtier by making designs on the dusty ground with them. However, she makes no sound while making these dusty designs. She cherishes and the silence as well as the freedom to do as she likes that word of her imagination. Her love for silence is as a result of the shouting and yelling of her parents. Now, next stanza is don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? So, now in this stanza, poets want to say that the set of instructions provided here indicate how much essential it is for Amanda to understand the value of external beauty and steps to be taken to preserve from a very tender age. Amanda is stopped by her parents from eating a chocolate as previously that had caused her acne. Here we see how a child is made conscious of a natural experience such as acne. However, Amanda is still lost in her own thoughts and doesn't care enough to take up to her scolding parents. This carelessness further angers the parents and they ask for her attention when she is being scolded. The role of appearance in the society is given more significance than the basic values and creativity. Now, see here, I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. So, in this stanza, poets want to say that Amanda is still lost in her on dreams. She pictures herself to be the long golden haired Rapunzel who lived in a castle and had no care about anything. Amanda imagines that the life of Rapunzel must have been very peaceful and fantastic in tower, but she wishes to evade the fate that was made out to Rapunzel, as she is unwillingly to let her hair down. Amanda doesn't want her peace to be disturbed anyhow. She seeks a life which is away from any other human's form. We can see Here, how the presence of her parent and their inhuman behavior had made her against any human connections. Hence, she only wanted to live by herself, as the presence of another being in her life would require her to act in a certain way. Amanda wanted to live as a free and happy person. Now, see here, this is the last stanza of the poem. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You were always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you. So now here in the above stanza, tranquil means peaceful, and now here sulking means sadness, and nagged means teased. So now in this stanza, poets want to say that the parents keep instructing Amanda on the do's and don'ts, but Amanda remains lost in her own dreams. The parents believe that Amanda is not reacting because she is annoyed. Amanda's behavior has made her parents looking bad, and they are worried about their image. They are concerned about how society will perceive them if their child always remains in a foul mood. They want to prove themselves as responsible parents who manage to balance out what the child wants and what the society expects out of Amanda. However, they have already failed in their efforts. So, this is the explanation of the poem stanza by stanza.